Greetings, fellow glitchlings. My name is OddboyGlitch, and welcome back to another Road to Recovery log. And now, I must share with you the stuff that we're going through. So, I've recently been to physical therapy yet again today, and I am actually growing to be much fine. Actually, I'm getting better very quickly, to be honest with you. Quicker than most, to be honest with you. Or at least that's what some of us say around here. So that's good to hear. We've been knocked down to one crutch instead of both the crutches, so we're getting there. We're getting there. They're teaching me to walk straight because the rate I was walking is that I was walking in a way where I was still kind of limping a bit, and not to mention my foot was not straight when I was walking, which tends to, I guess, not fix the ankle correctly. So, yeah, they're teaching me to walk a little better, so we're getting there. I guess you could say, if I were to, I said this, off camera, if I were to rate, my recovery as a video game, I'd say we're near the end of the game. We still have to fight that final boss, and the game is done. View the final cutscene, and the game's over. Credits. Done. At least that's what my recovery would have been if it was a video game. But, anyways, yeah. Also, another happy thing happened. BioShock. How I said I have always wanted to record BioShock, but something always happened to BioShock, and to the point where I wasn't able to record it. Well, what if I told you that, sure, I can't use the Xbox One version, which means I can't use the Elgato version, because Elgato just says, nah, you're not doing BioShock, sorry. You can do all the other games, but you're not doing BioShock, sorry. I'm not sure if it's the same as BioShock Infinite, but, excuse me, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But anyways, the happy thing I was talking about the BioShock is that the Steam version works. Now, how I know is I tested this out, because that part that I told you guys about, about the camera, that every time I took the first picture, the game would freeze and crash, and stuff like that. Well, thanks to my new computer, it doesn't crash anymore. It doesn't freeze, crash, or anything. I took the first picture, and it was like, oh, hey, look, see, you got an A rank, you took a very good picture, okay, move on, go. Play the game. I was like, fuck yeah. It's like, I loved that I heard that. So, yeah, the BioShock remastered that I'm going to be doing will be the Steam version. Which means I'm probably going to be playing it with a keyboard, though, because I've gotten used to the keyboard version. Even though I guess people usually use The funny thing is that when I was playing Left 4 Dead with Deadlyblack, I also was using a keyboard. Because again, I just feel with first-person shooters with the Steam version, it's just easier for me to use a keyboard. Which is kind of weird for some people, because usually they can't play the game unless they have a controller. And that's actually true, because with me, how I recorded Bendy in the Ink Machine, I didn't use the keyboard for that one. I used my my Logitech DualShock. You know, my Logitech DualShock controller. But but yeah. So yeah. So let's just say there are some games that I can play without the keyboard, that I can play with a controller. Like if I ever did get Cuphead on the computer, which I guess I kind of did. Now that I think about it, it's the Windows version, you know, but it's still the computer version. Anyways, yeah. That game, however, I would need the controller. I can't play that without a controller. Let's just say some games I need a controller, some games I prefer to use the keyboard with custom key layouts, of course, because a lot of people are WSDA people. I'm the arrow key guy, meaning I prefer the up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow, you know. I prefer to use the arrow keys. And to aim, I prefer to use the mouse, and I used to raise the sensitivity so I could spin around fast enough to shoot that guy, you know, and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm just happy that I finally, there might be a ray of sunshine hope that I might be able to do BioShock. Sooner or later. But we're going to put BioShock in the back seat for a while. Because, like I said, there is still more other games that I have to do. Including the Left 4 Dead one that I want to do so much. Not to mention Banjo 2, he's got to come back. So, yeah. A lot of ideas. But all of them are still kind of in the backseat for my ankle to return. It's not quite returned yet. It's almost there, but it's not quite there yet. It's there to be tolerable, so I guess I probably could come back. You know. I think the real reason why I wasn't able to come back was more of the swelling of my foot. You know, sometimes it's huge and purple, and I need to elevate that sucker sometimes, and I don't like to do that because it gets kind of boring, just sitting in the same position over and over and over again, and I can't do nothing to fix that position because, well, that's the position it needs to be in, you know? So, yeah. So, what am I going to do now, you ask? I have no clue. No idea. As you can see right there in the back seat, right in the back here, I am on Steam right now. What am I doing? I have no idea. I think I'm on Gary's mod. Maybe. Maybe I'm gonna be on. Maybe I'll continue to play BioShock off camera, or I don't know, something. Excuse me. Alright, well. So, yeah. That whole status report I just gave you was new. We're still going to be doing our, you know, exercises and shit. I want to make sure I perfected this so my foot can come back, so I can come back and do all this stuff. I might come back a little more early now that I can, you know, walk. But, however, there are some games I'm not going to be able to do, which is AKA VR. I can't really do VR because some of the games I want to do are too fast-paced for my ankle at the moment. And, you know, that is exercise, sure, but I fear it may be too much exercise for the ankle. And I've been told that every now and again, this foot needs to rest. You can't exercise it throughout its max capacity. if exercised any past that, I might get a even worse problem down the road. So, and I don't want that, because that means I'm going to be out of work even longer, and no more pay, and you get it. And that means I'll completely be out of making videos when I just came back. So, am I gonna be good enough to come back? Yeah, I'm coming back. Not too worried about the swelling anymore. I mean, it's pretty tame at the moment. I'm not entirely sure. You guys are just seeing me look down to the left or the right or something like that, but yeah, I'm looking at my foot, so it doesn't look too bulging, or it needs to elevate or anything. I don't know. I don't really see too much color change, really. So it seems to be fine. Yeah, it's alright. Keep checking out my foot. Sometimes I worry about it, But oh well. Right now, I'm just gonna relax after all the exercising I've been doing to it, So, am I going to be doing the video soon? Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Somewhere down the road, I might look up what I'm going to do. Might do, I might even start Bioshock, I don't know. Or I always say that and never actually do it, but maybe I want to, maybe I don't want to. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go live. Maybe I'll eat ass. I'm sorry, that came out of nowhere. Alright. Well, I'm probably going to wind up doing Pac-Man World 2, if anything. Because that game, now that I'm on the lava level, is about to get a whole hell of a lot harder. We haven't even got to Clyde yet. And it's getting hard. So, plus, we're near my favorite level with my favorite music. Spooky's Boardwalk. I love that because I love the music in that one. But, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyways, I hope all of you have a lovely day, and I want everybody to stay glitchy. Ciao, babies.